Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, hi, welcome. My name is Miguel. It is so great to meet you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you consider sticking around for more videos just like this one, dropping every single week by hitting that subscribe button. In my last video, we talked a little bit about pursuing an intentional career in UX. In this video, I wanted to bring y'all behind the scenes and show y'all what that looks like for me in practice. Specifically, I work for NYCgo, which is basically New York City's main marketing / tourism arm as director of product design. I help run the product team from a product design point of view, and then my co-lead helps run the product team from a product development point of view. So we work really closely together. But before I tell you more about what I do, I wanted to tell you why it's important for me in the context of my journey, in the context of me trying to pursue an intentional career in UX. So in my last video, I talked about why I got into GovTech and civic design. In this video, I simply want to bring that up again and say that my focus is specifically GovTech, civic design, and inclusive design. Now, to be honest with y'all, NYCgo is not specifically GovTech or civic design, but it is adjacent to it. So I don't want to say that I'll never pursue a job or a role at another kind of company or in a different kind of industry, but I will say that for right now, my main focus, my main passion is GovTech, civic design, and inclusive design. And since NYCgo is adjacent to that, well, that's why NYCgo is part of my journey. But I'm generally passionate to work for NYCgo because it gives me an opportunity to give back to a city that I am so proud to represent. I am proudly from Brooklyn, New York, but especially in the last year where things have been so crazy, I am so thankful and appreciative to have the opportunity to help support my city during these very difficult times, and now doing work to help my city recover. So what does my day-to-day look like? Well, I'm in a position where I have to come up with a lot of strategies. So I work really closely with Holly to create these strategies, but also I work really closely with Holly to make sure that our teams have everything that they need in order to do their work. So making sure that our teams feel supported, making sure that they have direction, making sure that they have everything that they need, making sure that we are there for them should they just need anything in general. But we also spend a lot of time in meetings with others. So meetings with stakeholders, meetings with clients, meetings with partners, meetings with other teams at the company, as well as meetings with each other. And lastly, what we do is spend a lot of time heads down thinking about our own work, right? Making sure that we're reviewing the stuff that we're putting out there, making sure that we're reviewing the things that the members on our team are proposing, doing design reviews, doing development reviews, etc., etc. So just making sure that the car is running smoothly. But yes, this does consist of a lot of meetings. Now, from a UX perspective, we do a lot of different things, but mainly we focus on our main product, NYCgo.com. NYCgo.com is the official guide to NYC. I'll put a screenshot somewhere on the screen. I'll link it down below as well. Go check it out. I like to say that NYCgo is the place that you go to if you want to experience New York City, if you need ideas for how to experience New York City. However, we also do a lot of other work. So for example, a couple of years ago, we partnered with the Empire State Building and we worked with them on some kiosks on their new 80th floor, some trip planning kiosks. And so we helped them bring those to life. We were there coming up with the strategy. We were there talking about the data. We were there talking about the experience. So being at NYCgo, it brings a lot of opportunities to work with other agencies, other groups that are contributing to our great city, just like the Empire State Building is. So with that being said, I want to now bring y'all into my day. I want to bring y'all into some meetings. You're going to see some team sync ups, and you're going to see some other strategy calls, and then you're going to see as much as I can show you, as much as it makes sense to show in this work from home setup, because yes, the entire team is currently working from home. All right, y'all, I hope you enjoy what you're about to see, and I'll see you at the end of this video to close it out. Thanks for being here. All right, so since opening up the video earlier, I've been able to get some work done. I've been able to get some of that heads down time that I spoke to y'all about. And I did have my first meeting of the day. So the first meeting was from 9:30 to 10:30. My team, the product team, is a part of the larger digital team. And so the digital team has a weekly status call where we all talk about what our teams are doing. And so that's done, and now I'm about to get on this next call with the product team specifically. It is our daily Scrum where everybody gives a status update or ask any questions that they need to ask anyone else. So I'm about to get on that call, and then I'll probably get some more work done if it ends early. It usually does. It's scheduled for 30 minutes, but it usually goes maybe 10 or 15 minutes. And then I have another meeting after. It's the senior leadership meeting with other senior leaders of the company. And then probably we'll go to lunch. So I'm going to join this meeting and then we'll see how the rest of the day goes. All right, so I'm about to join this now, and for obvious reasons, I won't record my team. I'll only record myself speaking. Hey, good morning everyone. Happy Tuesday. All right, thanks everyone. So on my end, not much has changed since yesterday, but I do want to thank y'all for joining yesterday's meeting on the article template redesign and thinking through the logic and all of the components. I think it was really productive, and it seems we have our next steps outlined. So I'll book that meeting with content in regards to tagging, and then Chris, you'll hold on the development for the recommended module, since that will have to happen afterwards through the personalization tool anyway. Also an update on the product map. So coming off of our meeting on Friday, I will be making some of the changes, some of the recommendations that y'all made. I'll be implementing those. So I'll send you an email with those updates in place by the end of the day. So if everyone could please take a look at that and give me feedback by tomorrow morning, so that we could have a final product by tomorrow, since we are presenting that on Thursday. And other than that, the main chunk of my efforts today and tomorrow will be going towards the tourism campaign. I will bring y'all into that process sooner than later, so that we can all be aware and hopefully start to make some headway there. But that's it for me. Oh, one more thing that I forgot, Chris, I will be looking at the Jira ticket that you tagged me in for the partner logos and the hierarchy. I do want to thank you for creating the page where you showcase all of the variations. So I'll take a look at that today. Sorry for the delay. But yeah, now I'm really done. But thanks everyone. Alright, so like I said earlier, I had my daily Scrum call with the product team. Then I was able to get some work done. Then I had another meeting with the senior leadership. And now I'm going to wrap some things up and go for a walk as my little lunch break, just to kind of move my legs a little bit and get away from the desk. Self-care is very important, even in the middle of the day when we're all working from home. So I'll probably record a little bit of my walk, and so I'll see you there. All right, so we are ready to go. I got my masks on. You probably can't hear me all that well. I got my light spring jacket on because it is nice out today, and I'll see you outside.
Come true. Find your dreams come true.
So I'm out on my walk right now, and I'm hoping that you can hear me well, but I just wanted to share something that popped into my head. So in talking about living out an intentional, UX career and what that looks like in action, I do want to call out the fact that I didn't get here on the first try. This is, I think if I'm counting correctly, my third UX job. So I really needed to go through that first UX experience where I worked at a tech company in the automotive space to know that that's not what I wanted to do. So now that I'm here, I'm able to look back and acknowledge that experience for that reason. But I did have to go through that in order to get here. Going through that experience and knowing that I didn't really love it taught me that I wanted to do something in UX based on what I really loved. And so now that I'm here, I'm really thankful that I gave that a try. So now I know. So don't shy away from trying different things, even if you're not really sure if you'll end up liking them or not. Because even if you don't end up liking them, at least you know that you don't want to do them in the future. So on the other side of that, you can skip a few steps by looking inward and thinking about what you know that you're already passionate about, like I wish I did at the beginning, because I feel I could have skipped a few steps. But anyway, two sides to the argument. I just wanted to share that in case it's helpful for anyone. All right, we're coming back home from the walk. It was a great walk because the weather is so good out here in New York, in the New York area. It's such a great spring day. It's not too cold, not too hot. And now we're gonna come back, settle in, and have some lunch.
And no one can take
All right,
it.
so now it is time for lunch. I'm not eating anything super great. It's just leftovers. That is the vibe that we're on today. I ended up leaving my house for my walk at around 12:30, maybe a little bit after that. I ended up getting back around 20 minutes later, and now I spent a few minutes heating up my leftovers, and now I'm going to eat and then get right back to work. So y'all don't need to watch me eat. I'll see you in a bit. All right, so I'm actually now getting ready for a product design specific meeting. It is going to be around an hour to an hour and a half long. It is going to be our goal setting and prioritization meeting for Q2. I know that Q2 is right around the corner. I would usually have this meeting way before the start of a quarter, but we just finished onboarding a new senior UX designer, so I wanted to make sure she finished that process and was as familiar as she could be with everything here at the organization and on the team. So now that that happened, and now that that process has finished, or as much as it can finish, and the first couple of weeks that she joined, I figured now would be a great time to have this goal setting and prioritization meeting so that she could be a part of the goal setting and prioritization process. After that, I'll probably get some more work done, some more heads down time. If I don't get called into another meeting, I do have to follow up with the team, as you heard on my Scrum call earlier, on the product map feedback that I owe the team and reviewing that Jira ticket. And then I'll probably get some more strategy stuff done, have some heads down time to think about strategy for a couple of new products and projects that we have coming right around the corner. And then I'll probably close the video there, but we'll see. All right, so I just wrapped up the product design, goal setting, and prioritization meeting. We ended up going the full hour and a half, but it was very productive, and I think we accomplished a lot and we gained a lot of clarity. So that is really good. And now, as I said, I'm going to focus on some strategy specific stuff. So I'm gonna have some heads down time. I usually like to do this by listening to music, so I'm going to put my headphones on now. I'm gonna play some music, get this work done, and I know that I can play it out loud, by the way, but for some reason it makes me feel like I'm more focused when I'm playing it in my ear with my headphones. So I'm gonna play a song now, and yeah, and I'm going to play some, let's see here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna play, so I guess I will figure it out in a second. But yeah, I'll see you in a second.
Find your dreams come true.
All right, right, y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out the video here. It's been a long day, but definitely a productive one. I was able to get a lot done today, and on top of that, bring y'all along with me. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Don't forget, when we're talking about pursuing an intentional career in UX, think about what you're passionate about. Look inward first, look to yourself first. What are your passions? What are your hobbies? What do you care a lot about? What are you really into? What would your parents, your best friends, your siblings, your partner, anybody close to you in your life, what would they say that you care about? You can definitely make a career in UX out of that thing or through that thing. UX is just a toolbox, and then you utilize that toolbox to build something, and that something can be something that you care a lot about. So try to find ways to connect UX with the things that you care about, because this stuff is hard work. Like, for example, today, you know, I'm obviously bringing y'all along for the ride, and I want to make this video as entertaining as possible, but there were moments where, you know, I have to make really tough decisions and get through really difficult situations throughout the day, but what gets you through it, what gets me through it at least, is the love for the work. And because this stuff is hard, the only thing that's going to get you through it is having that extra bit of passion. It's not lost on me that so many people right now are out of work and do not have let's just say how it is, a stream of income, right? Do not have a source of income, excuse me. And so I hope that this video, what I'm trying to get at with this video is a little bit of motivation for those of you that are on the UX come up, that are thinking about breaking into the field. Maybe you're not ready yet, maybe you're still a student, but you're thinking about it. It's in the back of your mind, right? And you're looking for maybe some direction of how that actually looks like when you're living it. So I really hope that this is more so inspiring more than anything else. But with that being said, if anybody out there is struggling, if there's anything that I can do to help, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to meet one-on-one and help you find your intentional UX career path. All right, y'all, thanks so much for watching again. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you like this kind of video, and if you like this new sort of format, this is different for me, let me know by hitting that like button. All right, y'all, I see you next week. Peace.